Today we're participating in a stagnant rewarming drill with some U.S. Special Warfare operators. We're going to be jumping in the Yellowstone River, which is just above freezing, and then getting into our down gear, our Grumman jackets, Grumman pants, and Chilkoot sleeping bags, and trying to rewarm. So this is going to be really cold and really interesting. I'm pretty nervous. I think we're going to be okay and survive this, but it is going to be painful.
There's barely any ice.
I need to turn here.
Socks out, get in the bag, get some kind of hot liquid, bouillon cube, tea, anything hot. That's gonna, if you can get everything set up in sub 5 minutes and get like almost an entire Nalgene full of hot stuff in you, you're gonna stop shivering pretty quick. Hyperventilate, right, when you get into water. So force yourself to breathe. That's gonna help. And then when you get out, you'll have your pack stacked. Grab, whether you take your gaiters off or not, right? If you're doing it for real, you probably won't take your gaiters off, but throw the puff suit on immediately, right? If you have other warming layers or whatever, just think about how you're putting the layers on. All right, throw the puff suit on immediately, grab your bag, and go. Work that out. Let's get the TP and tent set up.
We got our tent set up and our packs packed, and we're about to go for a swim. And then once we get out, we have to get into our puffies as quickly as possible, get our sleeping pads and our sleeping bags set up in our tent as quickly as possible. Next up is to boil water and to hunker down, eat some food, get some hot water going, and try to warm up. Let the gear do its job. You ready, Whitney?
Go. So you're gonna keep going down, down, down. You gotta put your puff suit on.
Oh yeah, no. That was chilly.
Let me know, each person, let me know when the shivering stops.
Oh, my fingers. Doing good. I'm warming up. I'm still pretty damn wet, but I got a bottle of hot water between my thighs. I'm eating some food. I'm boiling more water to drink. So hopefully bring my core temperature back up. But it's cold.
I'm okay. I think the worst part is just losing your dexterity so badly. Freaking brutal on the hands.
No. Guys, so we're clear. If this happens to you, you do not take your wet clothes off. If you do, you'll never get them dry and you'll be carrying a big ball of ice. Right? The hotter you get your body, the more it's gonna push it off, right? So if Like when guys in this kind of weather, if they're not eating anything, they just jump in, they didn't have breakfast, it'll take them almost twice as long to dry out.
Huh.
Right? So like there's a couple in there. They've probably already pushed down 1,000 calories.
Oh, wow.
Like the water's already on the bag and they're steaming. Don't stop, guys. You're gonna keep pushing hot liquids, food, hot food.
I thought it'd be worse. I've heard like pretty bad stories about it, but I think the Stone Glacier stuff is actually doing its job because it doesn't feel that terrible. I'm almost comfortable already.
As soon as I threw the puff suit on, shivering went away.
Yeah. Threw the puff suit on.
Came
took my
out of the
socks
water,
off.
puff suit on in 15 seconds. No more shivering, especially after sprinting up the hill. Now it's just wait for it to dry.
Yeah.
Get the base, soft shell dry, pack up, go. Yeah, I think if I'd have been just wrapped in wool or something, I'd be panicking right now. But this ain't bad, especially being in the bag. And then having a wind block like the tent is money. Now we just sit and wait.
How are you guys feeling?
Really good. Yeah. The down makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, in comparison to the, I did this in November with the issued gear, and in comparison, I'm much more warm. And the down was like instantly pushing moisture from the soft shell whenever I came out. So pretty solid so far.
When we set out to create our down products, we were intrigued by all the new technologies of making high-end hydrophobic treated goose down. Some of the benefits of down include its extreme packability as well as its warmth to weight ratio, but we were aware of the misconceptions of its performance when wet. We partnered with Allied Feather and Down and construct all of our down garments with their HyperDry technology, which is a hydrophobic DWR treated goose down, which has the ability to wick away moisture and breathe well without clumping and losing loft. This test was an extreme example to prove its ability to wick away moisture and maintain insulation while wet.
Not terribly cold anymore. Keep the engine running, keep the moisture wicking away from my body is the trick here.
You know, so we're right at like 30 minutes. Yep, right at 30 minutes. How's your bottom base layer? Yeah. Just want to see what you got. So are you wearing merino or synthetic?
Merino.
Ooh, you're gonna hate that. So this will probably take an hour and a half to dry.
Okay.
All right, so, but keep it on and go. Are you wearing merino too?
Yeah.
Ooh, pants and top, or are you guys wearing your
No, we have
your fleece pants?
Helio bottoms. Yeah.
Okay. So the so what I like I love the Helio bottoms, but it's gonna take significantly longer because that layer, that kind of thicker fleece, is the layer that's pulling and holding the water the longest.
Yeah.
So like I like a super lightweight synthetic or synthetic merino blend, because if it's super lightweight, it can dry in like 15 minutes in this.
Yeah.
Like you could be dry right now on your skin, but it's got to be like the thinnest possible, and it's nothing but a wicking layer.
Yeah.
Right. Merino's awesome. It just takes forever to dry.
My base layer is pretty wet still.
Yeah. And so keep pounding the liquids, keep pounding the foods. The bags still have full loft on everybody I could find.
Yep.
There's some loss of loft in the jacket and pants where people are laying on them.
Yep.
But I don't think that's the same as like actually losing loft. I think it's just getting mashed down and soaked.
Yep.
And because one of them I told them to roll over and it's already starting to come back.
Yeah.
So
So like
if it loses it, but it's still pushing, right, and it can dry out, then we're good. And so far there's nothing like concerning except Kimberly, which has a regular down. She's wearing a merino base layer and regular down.
her down's not treated.
It's not treated, no. And one of them, her pants, they might be treated, but she's got like it's a waterproof layer on the outside. It's like ski pants almost. And so all that's just holding it in the down.
Yeah.
And I think that's why her pants are losing loft. more than her jacket is because it can't get through that as easily. So it's hitting that moisture's moving into the down and then hitting that waterproof layer, and it's just stopping.
Yep.
Whereas everybody else, like Rachel, is, you know, she's got the down pants on, and her down pants are soaked.
Yeah.
They still got loft. So it's pretty cool.
I wonder how my bottom side's doing. Just like the part I've been laying on. You know?
Right. Yeah. Full loft. Wow. Full loft.
Get deep in there.
Holy crap. Almost dry. This is wet still.
The shell.
Yeah. Nope, you're dry right here on your shoulder. Torso is probably 50% dry. But your soft shell is almost, look at that.
Yeah.
The soft
How's the,
shell's dry.
How's the back
Yeah, let me look. That's wild though.
as far as like the loft on the puff?
On your puff,
Yeah. Decent.
half. I mean, it's wet, so you're pushing it down, but your soft shell is 95% dry right now. It's a little wet at your waist, so your cuffs and your waist are going to be the stuff that doesn't dry because there's no heat going to it. But like your torso on your soft shell is completely dry.
Yeah.
Man, these hot Nalgene's are so nice.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, a pad that was close up, you'd be good.
I'd be doing all right.
Everything's good, man. How you feel?
Oh, great.
How's your legs? Okay, warm?
You want to check them out?
Yeah, let me feel them. I like feeling them. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's awesome. Okay, so it's doing its job. It's doing its job.
Yeah, if I slept in here overnight, I'd
You'd
be bone dry.
Yep. Yep, and I have little doubt that would dry itself out as well.
We're done.
How you feel?
Feel good. Still a little damp, like around my wrists and stuff, but ultimately pretty successful, I would say. I have some experience with it, so I thought it would perform pretty well. It's moist in some spots, like the face fabric and stuff, but like you can still see all the individual fibers of the down and whatnot. So yeah, pretty stoked on it. Can we say that on TV?